Hey, this is Steampunk Stories at AberStreet.com, and this is a Ant-Man movie review. I know it's a little bit late compared to other people's movie reviews, but I just saw the movie a few days ago. I'm here at VidCon, but I'm having some technical issues with iPhoto. That's another whole story for another day, so I can't upload any videos yet from VidCon or Anime Expo until I get this technical issue resolved, and hopefully the app finishes downloading again. Anyway, getting on to the movie review. It was actually surprisingly a better movie than I expected. Based on the trailer, I thought it was going to be highly mediocre, maybe slightly good, but it was actually better than Avengers 2. To make a long story short, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would rate this film an 8. But it had some flaws, don't get me wrong. The flaws are few, so I'll mention those first. I really didn't like the Baskin-Robbins ice cream scene, which I get, that's critical to the plot. He's a thief and he can't find a job, even though he has an electrical engineering degree, and so he's forced to work at Baskin-Robbins, but it was just blatant, over-the-top product placement, product advertisement, and it was distracting a little bit from the film early on, but it's not a big deal. That's a minor issue. It's probably one of the reasons why I don't give the film a 10, but it was still well written, very well done, very well acted. The special effects, the CGI was very well done. The story was the most important thing. Yeah, I like the fact that you get to see Hank Pym as Ant-Man, even though he's like an elder Hank Pym. He kind of has the persona of Yoda. He's helping out the new Ant-Man, train in his suit and, trial by fire, so to speak, like he says in the film, or trial by water. But yeah, the visuals were interesting. I've always wanted to see an Ant-Man film. He was always an interesting Avenger. Hopefully maybe they'll get into the Giant Man stuff, because Ant-Man can become giant as well as small with the same formula. But I really loved, there was a scene towards the end of the film that was reminded me of 2001: A Space Odyssey, where he shrinks down into the quantum realm because it's the only way he can defeat Yellow Jacket. And, Hank Pym warned him because Wasp, years earlier, the original Wasp, had gotten lost in the quantum realm, never to return. And he warned him that he may get stuck there, and there may be, time and space has no meaning, so he's kind of stuck in limbo. So you get to see that, and you get to see the visualizations. It was really cool. It was very trippy, and it was very well done. It was an exciting film. It was entertaining to watch. Actually, I feel like I need to go watch it a second time just to take in all the nuances that maybe I missed the first time. It was that good of a film. And there's a mid-credit scene, and there is an after-credit scene, which you see. You get to see Winter Soldier, Steve Rogers, aka Captain America, and the Falcon discussing something, and you get to see gearing up for the next Wasp. The daughter of Hank Pym. Hank Pym introduces her to the Wasp suit that he and his wife were working on, and it's very cool. So it's very cool to know that in the next Avengers movie, and also probably in Captain America 3 Civil War, you will have Ant-Man and Wasp. And there was also a brief romantic entanglement in the film, which will further development, I'm sure, in the next Avengers film and in the next Captain America film. All this stuff in the MCU is always pretty exciting. They've never done a universe this big. I wish DC had done the same, but DC has rebooted and resplintered into multiple universes their films and their TV shows, and that's too bad. But yeah, this was very, very good film. I would recommend it for anybody. Anybody who is into casual science fiction, sci-fi. I mean, how cool is that to have a suit that would allow you to shrink down into the quantum realm. I would love to shrink down into the quantum realm and see what atoms really look like. Although, if you were in the quantum realm, light wouldn't exist, so you wouldn't really be able to see anything. That's one little minor plot hole, but the visualizations may have not have been from Hank Pym's perspective. It was just from the perspective of what was and the realm that he was trapped in. And then later, curiously, he talks about how he doesn't remember the whole experience. So definitely very, very interesting scientific concepts. Hopefully they explore them more in a future Ant-Man movie. This is Steampunk Star Rays and out. You have a nice day, and I will see you in 25 billion years. I will.